Full spoilers, this is my reaction to the newest chapter, the leaks from 263 of Jujutsu Kaisen. It contains heavy spoilers, so you better close the video if you do not want to get the spoiled. Let's start, and it's gonna be first the reaction, then analysis of the chapter. First of all, it's not 263, it's 262 and a half, because the last chapter we had 1 month ago, that was like 7 pages. And yeah, I'm gonna read what happens here. So first of all, we have a panel, we have the same panel of Rika-chan with Yuta, and there is a situation here. I don't understand the reason why Rika is not near Yuta when Yuta is actually fighting. One of the main points to that, one of the main reasons could be the fact that, hey, probably or maybe they didn't want Rika to get destroyed and evaporated, so she is not fully manifested and Yuta can't use the Kenjaku's CT curse technique. But at the same time, it's so weird that she's only hugging Yuta's body, as she is, it seems like she is unaware of what's happening. At least that gives the impression. And considering the last thing we had, the however thingy that we had at the chapter, at the first 7 pages, it kind of seems like at some point she's gonna disappear sooner than expected, probably, and just fuck up everything. That's a possibility I have been looking on since I actually read the last chapter, the last 7 pages we had. So Okotsu versus Sukuna rages on within their domains, meanwhile Rika embraces Okotsu's body. By the way, I can't really share much of the panels here right now because these are leaks and it's actually kind of a criminal thingy to react to them and stuff, to show them. Reacting is okay. So they are actually fighting. Yuta actually is... Sukuna seems kind of phased. He seems unamused by what's happening, but at the same time he's actually getting thrown around by Yuta. Editor's note, Infinity versus Amplification. The battle will be decided in these 3 minutes. Okay, so he even kicked Sukuna. Sukuna looks so unfazed, looks so bored. He looks fucking bored. Yuta can't use any CT other than Gojo's Limitless right now. He notices that since the time Sukuna lost his left arm, he hasn't used the word cutting a slash. Because he can't, probably. Yuta thinks Sukuna doesn't have any other ways to overcome Limitless other than using amplification. Okay, this is kind of worrying, because if you have Gege's notes here, Okutam Gege's notes saying that, hey, Yuta thinks that Sukuna doesn't have any other ways to overcome Limitless. It probably means that Sukuna maybe has other ways to overcome Limitless. And it kind of makes me worried, because just let's keep on reading. I do think that something major is going to happen to Yuta. Yujo would be better, to Yujo probably. That was bitch slap on Sukuna? Sukuna was kind of confused. What the heck? Okay, is that Yuta smelling Sukuna's feet? Dude has been watching too much Aliyah. Expresses yourself in Russian. Yuta leaves and throws Sukuna and kicks him away, and then lands a punch on Sukuna's head. But Yuta is he's having a hard time adjusting to Gojo's long arms and legs. What? Bro, what is this? Bro's like a midget now. He's like, bro, I can't adjust to this because I'm a midget. And how tall was Gojo? Do notice that I'm saying how tall was Gojo, not is Gojo. Let me see. 190. How tall was Yuta? He was shorter than Gojo, but how much shorter? Okay, yeah, 15. Okay then, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Okay. Yuta knows that he can't master Gojo's Limitless CT, he just wants swap training. He says, now I understand why the 6 eyes is a must. He's having flashbacks of Gojo. Okay. Sukuna going at Yujo. It will be fine, I'm the strongest after all. Just how powerful were you to be able to say that so confidently? We did see what happened to Gojo when he actually did say that confidently. He got Kit Kated, the boy. So yeah, looks like he has no clue how to... Sukuna. So this is Sukuna's... internal monologue. How to handle such a troublesome technique. He's noticing that of course, he's not going to be able to do what Gojo does as good as Gojo does. I think you have the time to daydream. Oh, that's the time he was punching him. What is this? Okay, this is all Sukuna thinking, huh? Kenjaku told me Yuta's technique is copy. Okay. The thing is, I don't know if you have noticed, but all in all, how much information each of these people have is actually the essential part in how they actually survive or what they do. That makes Jujutsu Kaisen pretty interesting in my opinion, because it's close to our real life situations. You just, it's not Bleach or something going around swinging big swords and being like screaming. The more you scream, the more powered up you get. Or just like One Piece, your eyes get the shadows and suddenly Luffy's like, wow, I'm mad and shit. They have information about each other's techniques and that's what fucks them up. Like the situation we had with Toji too. If you do remember, the reason he was able to destroy Gojo with the first battle was because the information he had about Gojo's technique. And on the other hand, the reason he wasn't able to overcome Gojo at the very end and didn't know about Purple was because he didn't know about Purple. He didn't have the information. That makes Jujutsu Kaisen a very interesting read all in all, because many of the works we love and enjoy do not have that level of depth. Sukuna says that copying a technique likely requires feeding the target's body or a portion of their body to that banshee, to Rika. Sukuna, did she not come with the body swap? Can he even... Yeah, okay, so Sukuna is not sensing Rika. Rika is not there. So basically Yuta, as long as he's close to his own body, she can be fully manifested. And how is she... Is it okay that she's so far away? Look, even Sukuna is looking for that. Can he even use his other copy abilities like this? He doesn't even know that Rika is there or not. Okay. Even if he can use them and have a good grasp on what he has in his arsenal. Information. At this point, the Limitless is nothing more than a side effect of Kenjaku's technique. I confirmed in his domain that he's unable to use multiple copy techniques simultaneously. So he wants a war of attrition. Right now, Okusu has no other cards besides the Limitless. How long can he use his copy technique? Will he be able to maintain that form once Kenjaku's technique is finished? Bro, questions we all have to. And this is one of the reasons I fucking hate Sukuna for killing my face. He killed Higuruma, he killed Choso, and I fucking love those guys. And I even cried for Choso. And here's the thing. Here's a funny thing. I also picked up art. I'm practicing from the basics. I want to draw Higuruma artworks. I do notice that there is a lack of them. Not as much as they should be. But here's the thing. Sukuna is very smart. Sukuna is very smart. Gojo is smart too. But Sukuna seems to be smarter at least. Or he has plans on what he can do and what he wants to do. What if he came into this fight assuming there would be no coming back? So... even Sukuna doesn't know what happens. Kenjaku didn't give specifics on his technique to Sukuna either. Bro, this shit is amazing. Sukuna, in that case, the move he might make would be purple, huh? Gojo, your cursed energy. He's remembering some stuff. He's a sloppy as hell. Yuta. Has Kusakawa-san not told you anything on that? Gojo reminding Yuki. Maki, he's pretty tough on you, huh, Yuta? Panda, the fact that he's only tough on you is a little hurtful actually. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about you guys. Inumaki, Salmon. This dude is alive. Interesting. I mean, he wasn't present in a long time. I'm reading through Gojo Sensei's memories one by one. So, okay. We do know that the Kenjaku technique lets the holder of the new body. That was the situation with Geto, my beautiful Geto. He can actually access the memory. So he is right now. These are not flashbacks. He is going through Gojo's memories, but why? In the middle of a fight, probably in order to execute something. 9 points polarized. Purple. He's doing purple. Sukuna does not understand why. Sukuna, does he not understand why Gojo Satoru was forced to fire up hollow purple in that roundabout way? He's saying that he's gonna dodge that, huh? I won't give him a single opening to use that move. Oh, he's not even gonna let him do that. Sukuna might still be wary of me using techniques aside from Limitless. Hollow purple. But he should also know... Can he... Okay, so Sukuna didn't get to adapt himself, Mahoraga, to purple. And that's obvious here. But he's saying Sukuna might be able... Blah, blah, Yuta. He should also know that I can't use 2 copied techniques at once. Okay, then that's why even while using this technique, even with unlimited void, this simple plan, what the heck is that? Bro, what is this? Wait, what the fuck am I saying? Yuta says that the plan will work in blue. Tape recorder, don't move. What is this? Is this Inumaki's recording or... Bro, no way, man. What is this? Bro, wait a second. Dude, that's Inumaki's. Bro, the fuckers just throw a recorder with Inumaki's. This isn't a copy, it's a real thing. The gap between within and without hollow purple technique. So Sukuna couldn't move because of the tape recorder? Who threw that shit? Bro, Gege... Gege went and did the English or Spanish. Whoever moves first is gay. Bro, the boy, he actually went and did that. Man, are you fucking kidding me? Look at Sukuna being surprised. He's like, bro, Gege, what the heck are you pulling up there? So, is Gege going to off Sukuna by English or Spanish by sponsored by Irumaki Senpai, and bro is like bleeding like hell. It kind of reminds me of the thing in the I think 221, chapter 221, that Inumaki was actually talking to. As Yuta was talking to Inumaki, I said that I'm gonna put you to work, something like that. Was that the plan? How these dudes made. This is amazing, look at it. They made contingency plans for every single situation they had. And look at Sukuna being surprised at the fucking tape recorder. Gege, I never imagined if I catch you, Gege. Sukuna is not my favorite, but imagine losing to a meme. I don't really think that Sukuna's no break next week, okay. I don't really think that Sukuna will be beaten by this, but something that caught my attention, except the meme, I'm gonna make a short video meme thingy on it too. The English or Spanish, pulling out the English or Spanish card on Sukuna is the fact that, hey, if you do pay close attention, Yuji is nowhere to be seen. And that begs the question, why? I didn't see him anywhere. I'm gonna check again. Wasn't he like right there? Why aren't we seeing anything from Yuji? Yuji was fucking there, wasn't he? So why exactly are we not seeing anything from him? And where is Hakari? King of Curses getting cooked by a tape recorder. The thing that I do not want to see is Sukuna pulling out the binding vow thingy to get out of this situation. But another thing that I do want to see Sukuna doing there, maybe Mahoraga being adapted to purple or something close to that would be nice. Or at least he gets a clean hit from Hollow Purple, gets totally destroyed, doesn't die. He's a fucking monster. And then Yuji has the time to finish the job. And then the merger happens, or something worse could happen here. Okay, bear with me. We all know how Kenjaku, even though I do remind you that Kenjaku with Takaba, I do think that he got the best and perfect conclusion. Closure. But here's the thing that could potentially happen. We have Sukuna, and let's say Sukuna gets totally fucked. Then we have Kenjaku. So what if Kenjaku, first of all, we don't know what the heck he did to Yuji. There could be a part of his soul in Yuji, and his city could contain part of his soul or some shit like that. It's Kenjaku, you never know. Or even the merger itself could contain something of Kenjaku to bring him back. Even though I do believe that he got a pretty okay closure. So what happens if he actually comes back? And I do remind you, he said that it's bad that I have to go now. It was fun and shit like that. But hey, he tends to lie a lot and not say the whole truth. What if the situation we have is Sukuna totally destroyed, close to die. Then Kenjaku appears. And do remember, Sukuna has the authority to begin the merger now. Megumi and Sukuna in that way. Kenjaku appears. How does he appear? When the 5 minutes runs out, Yuta is close to totally finish off Sukuna. And then Kenjaku is like, hello there, I'm back. And then he proceeds to off Sukuna maybe, make him to do the merger, and the real shit show begins. But that begs the question, who's gonna stop Kenjaku if such a thing happens? That's an if situation. But let's go back to the other thing we have at hand. Sukuna adapting himself to purple could be a thing, but is not possible right now, since we have seen that Mahoraga isn't there, and also he actually doesn't want Yuta to use his CT, the Hollow Purple, sorry, not his, Gojo Kit Kat Sensei's CT. And if that's the thing, so he's not adapted to Mahoraga isn't there even. Then we have another situation. If, honest to God, if for some reason Gege decides to give Sukuna another binding vow shit limitation thingy that doesn't really impact him as much as we can actually see and comprehend, because that whole shit with binding vows is not confusing, it's not explained enough. You must know the inventory of the character to a certain degree to be able to understand that, hey, this binding vow that he made, like, okay, I'm not gonna use X technique anymore in my life, and then he doesn't use it. But if you do not know that this technique even existed in the first place, and Sukuna does a binding vow like that, it kind of becomes hard to grasp what's happening, and kind of hard to actually be on the side of Gege whatever he does. We need some explanation on this stuff, and these are pretty important. Another situation that could potentially happen, and I have seen theories on that, is actually Yuji becoming a villain when he sees Gojo Sensei's body doing stuff, and he's like, why didn't you guys tell me? Not like that, but he's thinking that it's a Kenjaku or something. That would be weird. I don't really see much way out of this for Sukuna except binding vows, and I do just think that expect that later on we see more reasonable stuff happen. That's all I had to say. This was the whole thing. We will have streams about at least one stream probably about this whole situation. I will let you know if we are going to have it. Thank you for dropping by. We are gonna have these kinds of videos each week for Jujutsu Kaisen. Next week is not a break week either. Thank you very much and as we say in Farsi, شبتون بخیر روزتون بخیر.